Does God exist? From doubt to belief. Unraveling the atheist puzzle. Picture this. You're scrolling X and someone drops the classic line, "Prove God exists." It's the atheist's go-to challenge, the mic drop moment they lean on. But why do they keep asking? And how do you even respond without sounding like you're preaching? Buckle up, because we're diving deep into the atheist mind, how Islam flips the script with mind-blowing answers, why some hardcore skeptics end up praying 5 times a day, and why certain books turn curious teens into full-on doubters. Why are atheists obsessed with "show me the proof"? Atheists aren't just trolling. Well, not always. Most of them genuinely see the world through a lens of hardcore logic. If they can't see, touch, or measure something, it's not real to them. God, he's not exactly chilling in a lab for them to poke at. They're wired to trust science, data, and what's right in front of their eyes. Plus, some have baggage. Maybe they've seen religion twisted by hypocrites or felt let down by unanswered prayers. So when they say, "Where's the evidence?" it's less about being smug and more about their whole worldview screaming, "If it's true, show me." How do you convince an atheist God's real? Here's the deal. You're not going to win them over with a shouting match or a guilt trip. It's about meeting them where they're at, Logicville, and then sneaking in some soul food. Try these moves. The logic bomb. Hit them with the first cause argument. Everything has a beginning, right? The universe kicked off with the Big Bang. Cool. But what sparked that? Something had to be the OG cause, uncreated and eternal. Call it God. Watch their gears turn. The design flex. Point at the universe. It's not a chaotic mess. Planets orbit like clockwork. DNA's a freaking masterpiece. Random chance or a mastermind behind it. Let them chew on that. Science isn't the enemy. Bust the myth that science kills faith. The Quran's got verses about stars, embryos, and oceans that vibe with modern discoveries. Stuff no one knew 1,400 years ago. Coincidence? Nah, the heart play. Ask them where love, morality, or that gut feeling of "there's got to be more" comes from. Science can't weigh that stuff on a scale, but we all feel it. Maybe it's a nudge from something bigger. Keep it chill, respect their smarts, and don't shove it down their throat. Plant seeds, not bombs. Why do so many foreign atheists end up Muslim? Plot twist. Some of the loudest "God's not real" crowd end up rocking a prayer rug. Take Hamza Tsortsis, a British ex-atheist who went from doubting everything to debating for Islam. What's the deal? Foreign atheists, especially in the West, often stumble into Islam and can't unsee it. Here's why it clicks. Straight to the point belief. Islam's one God, no middleman vibe cuts through the clutter. No Trinity debates, no mental gymnastics, just pure, simple logic that hits their brain right. The Quran swagger. It's not just a book, it's a challenge. Write something like this if you can, it says. Spoiler, no one has. Plus, it's got cosmic facts that make skeptics go, "Wait, what?" Real-life vibes. Islam's not just believe and chill. It's a lifestyle with justice, purpose, and balance that hooks people who crave meaning beyond Netflix and hustle. The human touch. Meeting Muslims who walk the talk, not just talk the talk, seals the deal. Authenticity wins where arguments stall. Why do some young people read a book and ditch faith? On the flip side, you've got teens and 20-somethings who grab a copy of The God Delusion by Richard Dawkins or some edgy philosophy book, and suddenly they're like, "God's out. I'm done." What's up with that? The cool factor. Atheism's got a rebel glow in pop culture. Reading those books feels like joining the smart kid club, sticking it to the old school rules. Unanswered questions. If their faith's shaky, like they've only got because mom said so as a foundation, big questions like why's there evil or what's with hell hit hard. Those books swoop in with slick answers. Echo chambers. They dive into online rabbit holes where atheism's the hero and religion's the villain. One X thread later, they're sold. No roots. If faith was just rituals, pray, fast, repeat, without the why, it's a house of cards. One breeze from a clever author and it's game over. The bottom line: atheism and faith are wild rides, not one-size-fits-all deals. Atheists aren't the enemy. They're just wrestling with the big stuff, like we all do. Islam's got the toolkit to answer their brain teasers and soothe their souls. But it's not about forcing it. Show them the logic, live the truth, and let the chips fall. Some will find their way to the mosque. Others will stick to their books. Either way, it's their journey. What do you think? Ready to drop a truth bomb on the next Prove It guy?